Hi, welcome to another Census Central training session. I am Jill Sweeney. I'm one of the clinical educators on the clinical team at Census, and today we are going to talk about must-have reports. We are going to start out, we're going to jump into our demo, and we are going to go through the reports everybody needs to have at your facility and how to customize those reports to give you the best information possible. So we are going to click right there past our login banner, and we're going to log into CensiTrack, and you'll see I'm in my demo currently. So I'll be going through in here, setting up the reports and showing you how these reports can help you with your workflow to give you the data you need back out of CensiTrack to make the most of your CensiTrack usage. So we're going to start out. We're going to spend most of our time today in the reports module, which is right down here. If for some reason you come in here and you don't see the reports module, there's nothing there, that's an access level issue. If you go into the reports module and you don't see some of the reports that we're talking about, that is also an access level thing. So if you go and open up container reports and this container assembly history detail that report isn't listed, that's because in access levels it's not currently turned on. So somebody of a higher access level at your facility would need to enable that report for you to see so that you have access to that. Most of the reports we're talking about today, almost everybody that's in some sort of a leadership capacity, a lead tech, a supervisor, an educator, RME coordinator, a chief, assistant chief, anything like that. You should have access to all these reports because they're pretty basic reports. There's one maybe that would be more limited, and we'll talk about that one when we get to it. But for the most part, the reports we're talking about today are pretty basic reports that are going to give you some good ground level information. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away. If you haven't done haven't done much in the reports module, we'll just kind of take a quick tour. Once you go in here, so let's just go back and we're going to come in, go to reports, and you'll see up here I've got a couple reports set up and they're under my favorites. When you come in, there's toggles up here. My custom reports are all custom reports. My custom reports is always defaulted. So it's going to come up, it's going to default to my custom reports, and any reports you've marked as favorites are going to be right up here at the top under favorites. So you'll see I have 2 reports created in the demo that are up saved under my favorites. If you toggle over to all custom reports, that's going to be reports that have been created by everybody. So if we go, for example, to container reports, and scroll down here, you're going to see a bunch of different reports that are in here. Petrus, Pat, Mike Patterson, Pat, Mike Patterson, Petrus, Pat, Mike Patterson, apparently are the report creators here in our demo. So there you'll see any report created by anybody. So a lot of times if you're maybe new at a new facility, but they're not new CensiTrack users, there may already be reports created that are going to be good for you to use for your facility. So you can just go in and look, run the report, see if it returns data, and if it returns data that is useful for you, you can go in and then either further customize the report and then call it your own report. It'll change, if you make any changes, it'll create a new report under your name, or you can just use it as that. Any reports that are owned by somebody else, you can click on there, add that to favorites, and then if you go up, that's going to be listed up under the favorites as well. However, when you first come in, again, it's going to default to my custom report, so it's not going to, if you've favorited reports, they're not going to show under my custom reports because they're not your reports or somebody else's. So you would have to toggle over to all custom reports to see reports that belong to other people. So that's going to be the first thing you see when you come in is going to be the favorites. Any reports that you've marked as favorites are going to be right up there at the top. So then when we get down here, these are the different categories of reports. So each one of these has a little expander or a pizza slice, as I like to call it. And so you can click on that pizza slice and that's going to go and show you the different reports that they have under that. So like case tracking, for example, these are the different case tracking reports that are available to look at. So container reports, container reports that are available. Anything that is in black, that is going to be a system-generated report. CensiTrack has decided this is what you need for a report. A lot of times CensiTrack doesn't know what it's talking about. A lot of times CensiTrack is like, you need this for a report, and you're like, this doesn't tell me anything that I need. So that's why all reports have the ability to be customized so that you can make that report what you need it, so that it tells you what you need to know out of it, plus how you want to see it. So you do have the option to customize all reports in the reports module. And then again, we'll flip over to the all custom reports. So anything that you see that is going to be in blue that has the name of the report first, that's going to be a customized report. So somebody created that as a customized report. If we go back up to the top, and you'll see here, it starts with the exception report. That means it's a customized report. Somebody created a customized report, but it automatically emails on whatever schedule you choose to create. So, if it's a quality feedback, this is a daily quality feedback per the title. On a daily basis, I would expect that this to get emailed to me. And you set up the schedule of how often you want to receive that, and then that would send that report to you. So